What is up, guys? Zan for Forward Progress Madden. Welcome back to Subscriber Tips. This week, we are going to break down a play out of the strong close formation. This is going to be tight end option. Now, this play, in my opinion, is one of the better one-play touchdowns in all of Madden, because what you're going to notice on this play is that if they take away your one-play touchdown, no matter what they do to take it away, chances are you're going to have a double move wide open for about 25 to 30 yards on this play. So you could run this as a max protect offense where your running backs are both in the backfield blocking, and you could quick snap it and have 7 pass protectors. Or you can run this as a play that has some underneath options as well, because you have the nice running back angle route. Now, this play was actually one of the best plays in all of Madden back in, I want to say, Madden 12. In Madden 12, this play was virtually unstoppable because you could do some really cute things with the motion of the running back, and he was unbumpable, and you could just hike throw it. Obviously, stuff like that doesn't work this year, but this play is still very, very powerful. So we're going to go ahead and first start this off against a cover 3, and I want to just give you kind of a look at what happens in cover 3. So let's go ahead and back up the ball a little bit. I'm also going to put the ball on the left hash mark. It doesn't really matter. You can run this left or right hash. The one thing I am going to do, though, is I'm going to put a faster receiver as my number 2. So I'm going to put Calvin Ridley in the game here. So I'm going to just go ahead and replace the ball, and those substitutions should take shape here. All right, so we're good to go. Actually, let's first go ahead and start off with this in the middle of the field here, and then we'll work on the short hash and the wide hash. All right, so we'll start with this in the middle. And the setup that we're going to use for this play in general is streak the tight end, and that's more or less going to be your pull route. He's just trying to keep the free safety off of your skinny post back as you run this. So we'll go ahead and snap this ball here, and hopefully, provided that we have any time in the pocket, and you can see that there's a pocket to throw that skinny post over the top for the one-play touchdown. So we'll go ahead and do that again here. Let's take a look here. Stay tall in the pocket, and boom, all the way over the top, one-play touchdown to the skinny post. Now, the other thing that is really great about this play is you can think about it from 2 different perspectives. If they user it with any other player on the field and they take away your skinny post. Let's take a look here. You notice how this player runs off the line, going to break to the post. Then what ends up happening is you have this tight end that runs the seam behind him. That keeps it from the free safety playing all the way. It keeps that free safety from hugging Calvin Ridley's route. He has to split the difference. And because of that, we're able to bomb the ball over the top of this outside third. So take a look at this outside third that's not able to get deep enough to make this play. That's why we're able to make this throw over the top for the one-play touchdown. Now, you guys all know what most players tend to do here, but before we get into the adjustment that most players will make against this, let's also go ahead and take a look at this route. You see that this double move right here, this double move to Julio Jones also gets wide open on the sideline. So we'll go ahead and show this to you here. This time, I know that the move to the post is going to be open. Let's just go ahead and show you the double move to Julio, climb the pocket. And of course, we get sacked because it's practice mode. So I actually did start out taping this against the Mutt Legends, and I just had like 2 seconds in the pocket every single time with the Falcons. So I was like, nah, let's just go ahead and do this with regular teams here. And you know what? Honestly, when I did get time in the pocket against the Mutt Legends, this same route combination worked. So this is going to be something that's going to work regardless of what mode you play. It's actually a really, really good play. And what you notice is that that double move gets open on the sideline pretty consistently as well. And that's going to be a cloud flat as well. So we've been running this with regular buzz zones on the field, those purple zones. Let's go ahead and show you what a cloud flat does on this play. So we'll go back into cover 3, and we'll choose, I'm going to turn off auto flip for the defense. I call that same play again here, tight end option. We're going to go into cover 3, and I'm just going to choose a cover 3 cloud, and I'm going to flip it so that cloud flat on the left is on the same side as Julio Jones. So you'd expect here in this situation for a cloud flat to cover Julio, but what you're going to notice is that, again, if you get any time on this play, he'll actually clear that cloud flat, and it's so open on the sideline that you can still pick up what we get out of bounds right there at about the, what was that, the 35 or so. So you take a look here, original line of scrimmage is R35, and Julio Jones on your check down on this play, all technical. I mean, you can see here, again, this post is going to be open. You can bomb this post over the top because he's going to be able to beat over the top of Alford, number 23. But you can see here that we're able to pick up a good, 30 yards on this throw as our check down. So this is a route that must be usered. And when you think about this play, if you have to user this route and defend against a one-play touchdown, that's really going to open up the middle of the field for other players. So that's when you start to take your check down. So imagine in this situation that the middle linebacker is actually following to the left, or playing the one-play touchdown. That's where your angle is going to be so open is underneath, because they're going to have to do something with their user. They can't just sit in the middle of the field and allow you to make your check down on that far sideline for about a 30-yard gain. That's the beauty of this play, is that if your one-play touchdown is not there somehow, your double move, that post corner to Julio Jones, will almost certainly be on pretty much every play. So again, you look for your angle if you get rushed. Otherwise, you're just going to throw your double move back to the outside. And that's going to be a gain of about 30 yards for you. So now let's go ahead and take a look at how this interacts with some of the other coverages in the game. Obviously, anytime you face match coverage, it comes down to athleticism. It's going to come down to speed, acceleration, agility, and route running against their speed, acceleration, agility, man coverage when they're playing, some sort of match coverage. So that's going to be the most important thing when you face match cover 4. But if they're playing any type of spot drop concept cover 4, you're going to notice that, again, your double move is going to be there. You're going to notice that there's potential for your skinny post to be there. And you're going to take your angle route too, because, again, no true player just sits there and doesn't lurk the field. So, again, with this play, here's a cover 4 drop. I want you to watch Julio's route. Julio's route's going to get so open to the sideline. I mean, you could just fit that. You could fit that there, and even a deep quarter on the outside isn't going to play that in the drop coverage. So anytime you face somebody that uses the protect the sticks feature from pretty much all their zone coverages, this is what your zones are going to look like. They're not even going to cover. So you can see that outside quarter zone just like has no interest in playing Julio. And yet again, you see right here, like Julio's open underneath of him, and there's potential, a very, very small potential. But if he was able to cross the face right, like if you were to wait until he was about right here and he got a step to the outside of this player, where he just had enough leverage to the outside, you can notice that this guy is in no way, shape, or form going to be able to recover all the way to a throw all the way back here. Now, granted, you would need a really strong arm quarterback with elite deep accuracy to make that throw against cover 4, but that is something to consider as well. We'll see if I can go ahead and hit this. I might not be able to. We'll see if I can. We're actually going to get sacked, but we're going to try to make this throw. Also, keep in mind, we are running this between the hashes right now. That extra yard or two to the right could be a huge factor in this play. So again, just going to wait on it, wait on it, wait on it, wait on it. You can see that we could maybe try to fit that throw over the top with a little bit more throw power, but obviously it could be a very tough read. So we'll go ahead and move the ball to the right hash here, see if that kind of opens it up just a little bit for us. So again, here's your cover 4 drop. You're trying to stay up in the pocket as much as possible. It's a long throw. Yeah, he actually stops his route, so I'd be less concerned with it in the middle of the hashes or on the wide side of the field. Now let's go ahead and move the ball to the short hash and see if that helps at all. And I bet it actually will. I bet that it's going to help our production out of this play quite a bit. Let's take a look here. He's going to get over to that side a little bit quicker. Yeah, and then you could bomb that ball over the top. Just a little bit more throw power, a little bit more speed to your receiver, and that's a one-play touchdown against a 4 drop. But you can see we just lack maybe 1 or 2 speed points and maybe 1 or 2 throw power points to make this throw. So I wouldn't necessarily just rely on this post route against cover 4, but you're going to see that post corner to the backside is going to be very nice, and you still have your angle route as your check down. So there's absolutely zero need to have to force. You can see that does a really great job of getting open on the sideline. And we've already seen that it will clear a cloud flat as well. So again, you can see here's your regular angle route. Forgot to take the tight end off his option route right there, but you can see that this basically floods every single zone of the game. Naturally, if you're facing a cover 2 shell, you're going to have your double move. So go back to the play again. Tight end option, we'll go against random cover 2. And I'll go ahead and put it back in the middle here because quarters 3 deep. Who runs cover 2 out of that? Nobody. Go ahead and run it again here. It's a streak. So again, if they're playing that middle third or whatever, it might be a little bit tougher to fit the skinny post, but you got this double move that's going to be open all day long. It's going to clear the cloud flat and be there for 30 yards. And I think that people were going to really sleep on this because I don't think any other strong close in the game has this play in particular. So you can see how that route is going to really impact people because they're not going to expect that. They're going to be thinking, oh, I have to defend. They're going to think of the traditional plays from strong close. Okay, I have to be aware of a toss. I have to be aware of, the the deep crossing play with the left to right. I have to be ready for a skinny post, but they're not going to be ready for a double post or a double move to your outside wide receiver. And you can see that it just gets open every single time for 30 yards. It must be user defended, and that's what makes this such a great play. And then when you factor in the angle, which I don't believe the angle route is present in the strong close and many other strong close formations, that's really what brings this home as a really tough play. Now, also another thing you could do with this is you can start to get really creative if you wanted to. So, if you're facing cover 2, you can motion this and make it an angled corner route. That should be something that you can run against cover 2. So take a look right here. Let him run his angle, break back to the corner. It actually doesn't break with enough depth to clear a clod flat now that I think about it. So he might be best as an outside to in route. You could motion him to this side if you wanted to. And if you're facing a cover 2 shell, he should be able to get open, I would assume. Take a look right here. To let him run his post back over the middle. Yeah, you could throw that post back over the middle as well. So there's a lot of things you can do with this play, but I think in general, just knowing that you have the one play touchdown with the double move combo on this play is valuable enough. You can kind of do a lot. You can do a lot with it, to be honest with you. And I don't really want to force you guys to run it one specific way. So that's why I'm just kind of showing you the variety of ways that you can run this play and get different players open. So make sure that you guys are running this if you are in the running gun offense. Again, we just released this on Playbook GG. Stiff's offense. I have not installed any strong close or gun doubles, or there's a lot of formations that I still have left to break down on Playbook as well. And I kind of wanted to make you guys aware of this gem because this is going to be something that I start to bring out on stream this coming week. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns, or complaints. Just go ahead and feel free to ask in the sub chat. Players are willing to help you out in there as well. I'll talk to you guys next Saturday. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.